think I know just the place.
Quick review on the Titan leverage squat. So this thing right here, I've been on some pretty beefy machines before. I can't remember the name of it, but over in a Powerhouse gym, they basically had a much larger footprint of this machine. I think they called it like a bulldog squat machine or something like that. So pretty much the gist of this is pretty much just taking barbell squats and using that analogy, but having a little bit more of a comfort factor. They have padding here, so obviously the gist is you're going to work your lower body with this. We won't really get into that. I just want to review the machine itself. In terms of building it, probably one of the easier builds. It wasn't as bad as nowhere near as bad as the cable machine that Titan has, but that doesn't mean the Titan machine cable functional plate loaded trainer is bad. It's just, it was a pain in the butt to build. So on this one right here, the pads into the shoulders, they're actually, I would say, 100% gym grade quality. These are just, I don't know if you can see over in the corner there, but I have a MaxiCam prone curl, so that's obviously gym grade quality. It's a fantastic machine. The padding on this is just as good as the padding on that, so can't complain about that at all. In terms of the plate load here, you can see I have 6 Ivancos on here. I'd say with a generic 45-pound plate with the 1.5 to 2 inch diameter or depth on each dish, you're probably going to be able to load like 7 or 8 plates on a side. And for me, just to give you guys an idea, I can squat about 530, somewhere in that range for a single. That is doable for me. Going up to that weight, I can do it. I've gone up to 600 on this, and I held it flawlessly. There was no shaking on each side. So you're going to be able to go a little heavier on this than you are on a barbell back squat, and at the same time, this holds it. It's rated for 1,000 pounds. I have been stated in the past to say I don't know if it would hold 1,000 pounds. I've gotten up to 600, and I feel like going to 1,000 would be interesting to see. I don't want to do it because I don't. Honestly, I just don't know if it's going to hold 1,000 pounds. That's questionable. I will say that. On that note, it gives you 2 little handles right in the front here to hold. And I'll go through this whole machine with you guys. Just want to give you a breakdown. So it gives you these 2 handles here that you can hold. That comes in pretty handy. The other thing you can do with those handles is, if you wanted, you could get down into like a half squat or shoulder presses with this. I know it sounds crazy, but you can. I'm not gonna. Might as well show you real quick. So with this unloaded, you guys actually can get down here. They give you a little spot for calf raises, but it actually works out nice for when you're doing shoulders. This has a self-releasing latch, so as soon as you push up, it's going to unrelease itself. So when you come back down, it will not. And then you're just here, back up. And you're all wondering like, well, how the hell am I going to put the latch back in with, substantial weight on it if I'm going to shoulder press? This guy's an idiot because I have to do this to do it. Right? You're like, no way. I'm not going to be able to hold my weight with my one arm as I corral the catch into with the other arm. So watch this. When you guys are here and you come down, it's got pin press back here, safety. So the pin just catches it. The other thing too is that pretty much corrals right in my shoulder, so it's not like that's a big issue. But I just want to show you guys that. So that's a nifty thing you can do here with this. You can be here and up. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. Now you're all wondering probably, I'm going to tell you right now, I am in shoes, I'm about 6'3". So as you can see, my chest is where the sleeve loads. The shoulder pads are even lower. For a guy my height, it is, I'd say Is it something I'm gonna dock the machine for because I'm tall and I don't like getting into the machine because I'm tall? No, but I'll just let you know if you're all over 6 foot, maybe a little bit of dip to get in there. Other than that, though, it has nothing to do with the machine because once you get in, it doesn't matter how tall you are. You'd have to be damn near 8 foot to make this feel like you're awkward on it. So then, yeah, going back to this, I want to show you guys a close-up now. So we're gonna go through some close-ups. So as you can see, it's got weight holders here. They don't budge. I've put some serious weight on here. We've loaded hundreds on here with calibrated plates. It doesn't matter. The footprint, like I said, you got that little extra bar right there for calves, that little plate down there to just simply, if you want to just squat flat-footed with the machine, but I don't recommend that. It's pretty stressful on the knees, but they give it to you there. So, and you could go backwards on this. Again, it would be a little harder though because you have to get the catch release. Foot plate is at an angle, which I do like. This is the whole reason behind this machine. Coming up here, the padding is really good. Now I want to show you guys the catch release and the pins. So, catch release is right there. So when you come up, it falls out and you can go down now. And then put the catch release back in, you just push it, slide it down, and good. Then you got these down here, and this comes out, it's just got a little pin in there to keep it from coming out. Let me show you guys a trick though with this. A lot of people don't know that you can do this with this machine. And the fact that you can do this with this machine is pretty kick-ass. So I gotta show you. What you do in here, band. I'm gonna get it a little closer here. So this is one of the reasons why I like this machine a lot too, because even if the sleeves get a little bit loaded to the max, because there's going to be guys using this machine that are quite a bit stronger than me in the squat. So what you do, you take a short band, shout out to Elite FTS, they got some kick-ass bands. You put it right on this post, right in the back here. Then you take the band, you stretch it down to that. And now you have yourself banded leverage squats. And that's insanity, let me tell you. It gets insane. Obviously, I just want to show you guys because you're probably making sure it might fall out. It's not falling out. You have stress coming up. It's trying to pull it up. It ain't popping out, so. Other than that, I just don't really see any complaints with this. I think I want to say I paid like $5.50 for this thing, and it is so worth it. It is so worth it. It's not even a question. I mean, if you have extra money laying around and you're actually trying to make progress in the gym, consistent progress over time, sure, you could sit there and say you don't need this machine, because you don't. I built up my quads without this machine. I built up very good quads without this machine. I built up my quads without all sorts of stuff other than a barbell. But you want to be optimal. You want to train optimally. You know, you want to get the most bang for your buck. You want to add variety. And, you know, I'm a big believer on less is more, functional training, barbell squats, bodyweight movements. I've trained a long time, for years and years and years without machines and cables, and I've developed a pretty good physique for a natural pro bodybuilder. But I will say, I do realize the benefits of these. It's only going to help. I wish I had this when I started my garage gym 5 years ago. So I'm not gonna lie, you know, I'd sit there and look at this thing and I'm like, yeah, I did barbell squats, but that doesn't mean I didn't want this thing. I wish I had it. I just, yeah, we just were out of the corporate world, so to speak, from going to commercial gyms. We had our home gym 5 years ago. We just never looked back. I wouldn't trade it for the world, but like I said, $500. You got a banded option. You have 3 different feet positions down there, 3 entirely different places to put your feet, and additional weight storage, the ability to do shoulder presses. Other than that, I mean, this thing is pretty much does what it does. The last thing I want to show you guys is you get creative with it. You can go single leg, so for good. So if you guys wanted single leg. So yeah, this thing's a tank. I'd say for the value, we'll rank this out of a 1 to 10. I'd say it's an 8. To get up to that 9-10 range, you gotta be commercial grade quality. This can't compete with a commercial grade piece in terms of rigidity and durability, but for a home gym use, without a bunch of crazy people coming in there not knowing what they're doing and loading 500 pounds on this side, 100 on that side because they don't know what they're doing, it's good. So, Warzone